You trade your life to see me adjust that lever?
If that's the only choice I got, yeah.
Very well, Mr. Spencer. I will move the lever to the maximum limits.
What are you doing?
Punching out the code.
For what?
Instructions to the computer to put Port Charles into a total freeze. In 90 minutes, it will begin. Are now secured. Sit down, Mr. Spencer. Watch the monitors. Let me show you what's happening around the world before you say goodbye to it.
Charles, l'État de New York. Le temps continue ses ravages. Les autorités compétentes essaient de comprendre les changements inattendus de température. Les habitants, évidemment, ne comprennent pas ce qu'il se passe et j'espère qu'ils vont pouvoir très rapidement.
Il mistero parlando di fare a passare presto. La temperatura c'è contendo la città America di Port Charles, Нова York. Невероятный мороз в американском городе Порт Чарльз, штата Нью-Йорк, принесло много лишения и неудобства публике этого города.
On the international scene, the severe weather which has plagued the small American city of Port Charles, New York, continues to baffle meteorologists around the world. No scientific explanation has yet been found to explain this extraordinary phenomenon.
And of course your demise would not be complete without a farewell glimpse of your beloved Port Charles.
My God. You're awesome, Nikos.
You were foolish to try to stop me.
Yes, I'm beginning to think you're right.
And now, sadly, our discussion would seem to be at an end.
Now, let's talk about this.
No more bargaining. You have nothing to offer that I want.
Well, you haven't heard this. You might like it.
You disappoint me, Mr. Spencer. I had expected more bravery.
No, I'm not selling bravery. I'm trying to make a deal with you. Don't do that without listening. You're too smart for that.
This offer of yours, what is it?
Put me on the phone to Valentine. I'll convince him to throw in the towel.
And then?
I'll tell him that your vision of world domination is not insane. I'll tell him that it's only because you care about people, because you have compassion, and that he should agree with you. What difference does it make? I mean, you can kill me now, you can kill me in an hour. I'm going to be just as dead.
Hurry up, Robert.
There's no shortcuts here, sweetheart. If I don't punch the right combination at the right time, nothing's going to budge.
Don't
move! You heard the way. Back up! If you get past her, you've got to deal with me, and I am just looking for an excuse. Anything at all will do. I've already lost 2 dear friends because of this house of Cassida.
Robert, will you just get the door open?
I'll try to blow it with one of these grenades.
A grenade? What if Luke is on the other side?
Okay, the door will probably shield him. Now, look, you're going to have to cover these guys, Laura, okay?
Okay.
Just aim for this fat one at the end here. Anybody moves, squeeze one off and just move the gun back and forth like a garden hose. Now, everybody move over there and sit down and shut up! Now, listen, you stay down too. Because when this door blows, it's going to shatter like a jigsaw puzzle.
Okay.
Interesting proposition. You're pleading my cause.
I thought you'd like it.
Like it, yes. But whether or not I believe that you would repeat those exact thoughts.
But you're holding the artillery. You can pull the trigger if I say one wrong word.
You may be quite sure of that.
Then we have a deal.
Not yet. I'm wondering if Valentine would think your sentiments false? Would he believe that you're being coerced?
Mr. Cassadine, I may not be very bright, but I'm one hell of a liar.
Oh, I can attest to that.
Well, then give me a chance. I'll swing the votes to your side.
And how do you propose to explain your own change of loyalty?
Oh, easy. Very easy. I'll just tell them I've been convinced. I've seen the light, as they say. You don't think it's going to be impressive to Valentine when I tell him that you were willing to sacrifice your own brother for this brave new...
What do you know of the grief I feel because of my brother's accidental death? The irony of it, when my own scientists are so close to finding an antidote to totally reverse the freezing of the human body. But the antidote wasn't available in time to save Tony. So now 0 hour approaches. They have made my crusade a painful one, and I shall repay them in full measure.
Do I talk to Valentine?
I'll decide that after I've contacted the relay station and tell them I'm ready to talk to Port Charles.
There was a grenade thrown against the door. It didn't even bend.
Your friends are behaving very foolishly, Mr. Spencer. Homemade explosives cannot possibly penetrate this special door, and all the walls that make this control room the impregnable heart of the House of Cassadine.
Didn't even dent it. They got hot.
This is Cassadine to relay station. Contact Port Charles, tell them I am ready to transmit. And don't be alarmed if you hear the voice of Luke Spencer. I'm holding Mr. Spencer at gunpoint, and he is going to assist me in convincing Valentine. Oh, and should Spencer make any mistakes, I will immediately cut off transmission and dispose of him. Out. Now then, Mr. Spencer, are we ready to begin?
How are you, Dad?
Well, that should be abundantly obvious. I'm freezing to death.
Look, I can only stay with you for a minute. I just stopped by to tell you that Alan Jr.'s out of the operation and it's over.
Well, we're going to play 20 questions. How is the boy?
He's in recovery. He's with Monica. She's there with him.
Oh, fine. You came through nicely. Well, that's my grandson. He's our Quartermain through and through.
I don't know if we can afford to be that optimistic.
Well, naturally, I assume he's going to need a lot of love and attention and care until he's, fully recovered from this minor difficulty.
It's not minor.
What are you talking about?
Rick said he hasn't, recovered, nor will he probably recover from the damage to his heart. And he may die. What am I going to do if I lose him?
Come on. Now, Alan, come on. We got to look at the bright side. I'm not the least bit concerned about the boy's future, and you shouldn't be either. Why, he's going to grow up to be a fine, strong... Well, he's going to outsmart all of us. Just you wait and see. Oh, no. We Quartermains don't crawl through life on our hands and knees. We stand up proud and strong and march right over adversity. Come on, Alan. The boy's going to be all right. We're going to watch him grow up to be a fine, strong young man. The same kind of man you are.
Well, I'm not being very much of one now, am I? You really believe what you just said, don't you?
With every fiber of my being. That boy is going to make it.
You're terrific, you know that? You're terrific. I'm sorry for being so emotional. I won't let it happen again. I better get back to Monica and the baby. Is there anything you need?
Yeah, one-way ticket out of here to any place that's nice and hot.
Okay. Thank you.
What for?
For caring, for understanding, for being my father.
Alan, will you get out of here and get back to your wife and child?
I'm going. I'll check back on you later if it gets any colder, okay?
Colder? Okay. I'm going to have plenty to say about this at the next hospital board meeting.
That's the spirit. That's what I like to hear. Go on, get mad. Stay mad. Go on, say it. I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore.
Well, I'm not. You know, obviously, this hospital is ill-prepared for this kind of an emergency, and I'm going to express that opinion to Steve Hardy loud and clear.
Listen, he's got his hands full right now.
Well, he may be chief of staff of this hospital, but he still has to answer to the board of directors. Oh, and Alan.
Yes, sir.
If there is any change in Alan Jr.'s condition,
I'll let you know.
I thought you'd like to see the weather conditions in your hometown, Mr. Spencer.
It's an amazingly slimy thing you're doing, Nikos.
Are you still willing to talk to Valentine?
You wouldn't believe how willing.
If you try to send any secret message or code, I shall instantly put a bullet through your heart.
I get the message.
Let's proceed then. Mikos to relay station. Contact Valentine in Port Charles.
This is Valentine.
It would seem our final talk is at hand. Are you prepared to tell me good news?
I've been in constant touch with my government. We're still trying to work out the final terms.
The final terms have already been worked out by me.
Look, I've said this before. We need time. More time.
I have a surprise for you. A pleasant surprise. A visitor to our island has generously offered to give you his candid opinion of what will happen to you and Port Charles should you fail to agree to my terms.
What visitor? We already know you're holding Robert Scorpio.
My fortunes have increased since we last talked. Now I have Luke Spencer with me.
Luke, he's been captured. That could mean Laura's also been captured.
But he didn't say anything about Laura.
Doesn't matter. Laura was with Luke.
More tricks, Mikos?
To the contrary, I am not in the habit of playing tricks. That's your game, Valentine.
Look, if you have Luke there,
Mikos, put him on and let me talk to him.
Gladly. But he will do the talking. I advise you to listen to him and to heed his warning. All right, Spencer. You now have the opportunity to save the people from Port Charles from certain deaths.
This is Luke Spencer. Can you hear me?
Luke, give us some kind of verification. We need to be absolutely sure it's you.
Yeah, okay. There is an apartment. There is an apartment below the apartment I live in Port Charles. It's number 202. The door sticks. It belongs to a friend of mine who's been hanging out with me, if you dig what I'm saying.
That's Luke. He's talking about Laura. She's with him.
No secret messages, no codes.
No, I just wanted them to know that it was me.
You just say your message and get off.
Listen, Mikos, Cassadine wants me to make this short, so I'll get to the point. He means what he says. He will put Port Charles in permanent deep freeze unless you do what he tells you to do. He doesn't mind killing a lot of people to get what he wants. The lever that controls your weather has been pushed to the maximum. Look, You can't win. Give up. Do exactly what he says. There's no way to fight him. Time's run out for all of us. Are you listening?
Yes, Luke, yes, we're listening.
Am I coming through loud and clear?
Loud and clear.
Good. I want it to be loud and clear because I want you to know the island is off Venice.
You've betrayed me!
Luke was purposely cut off.
Just when he was telling us where they are.
Couldn't make any sense out of it.
It sounded like he was saying something about an island off of Venezuela.
Venezuela?
Hello, this is Valentine. Give me command. Top priority.
You can't possibly get out of here alive. Well, if I can't make it, I can promise you that you won't. Go on, do it. Anything. Anything at all. Any reason. Go on, flick of an eye with a smile. Anything at all.
Robert.
Keep out of this, Laura. It's not your fight.
You seem determined to want to kill me, Scorpio. Is that orders from higher out?
Strictly my own idea. I would thoroughly relish giving you a split personality with one burst of this gun.
Apparently the agents from the World Security Bureau practice a unique code of morality. Tell me, do they teach you to shoot an unarmed man without any sense of guilt?
Oh, I'd be guilty for all of a second. Until I remember that it was you that had Clay and O'Reilly murdered. That gives you a distinct disadvantage at this moment, Victor.
I will take that as a warning.
Good. Because it's the only one you're going to get.
You can rest assured. I won't move a muscle.
We want you to open the door to the control room.
I would be only too happy to oblige a pretty lady. But unfortunately, I don't have the code to open it.
You do have access to that room?
Yes. With the permission of Mikos. He's the only one who has the code. Besides, what is a possible interest behind that door? It's only a manufacturing plant.
You've temporarily misplaced a friend.
Luke is locked behind that door, and we're going to get him out.
Luke Spencer, how could he have possibly gone through the control room?
Lucky break. Now, once more, Victor. What is today's code?
And I repeat, I don't know the code. It changes each day, and Mikos alone is the one who changes it.
Do you think he's lying, Robert? Do you think he knows the code?
I don't know the code, but I will tell you this much, Scorpio. Even if I did, I wouldn't tell you. You see, I too have my own cause, which I consider every bit as noble as yours.
We've been looking over a map, and the most likely spot for the Cassadine Island would be somewhere north of the 10th parallel.
Command Center is already issuing new orders for a grid search by air.
What about our security forces?
On standby, readying for an assault.
And if we get another communication from Mikos?
Contact me immediately.
They still haven't pinpointed the island?
No, not yet.
And I thought this would be the break we needed.
Well, it could be, but it might be too late for Port Charles.
Don't move.
Well, Scorpio, what now? Do I get a blindfold and a last cigarette?
Victor, if you know the combination, open the door. We don't want to hurt you.
Speak for yourself, Laura. I just want an excuse to kill him.
Yes, it's quite evident with the way you heft that machine gun.
You must value your noble cause more than your miserable skin.
Yes, I do. Although I hold my life with considerable esteem. But I know what the House of Cassadine can do to save this world from the famine and the disease and all the other wretched ills that have been plaguing it for so many years.
Oh, shut up, Cassadine. You're a droid. You don't even hear what you're saying. You've been programmed by that insane brother of yours.
We have always been of a single mind, a single purpose. Mikos, my brother, and myself.
Yes, your brother Tony. Fat lot of good it did him. He's dead, isn't he?
He's frozen. Luke and I saw him in the ice chamber.
No, he's dead.
Victor, have you ever seen that room?
I don't want to hear it.
With the ice and the cold and people frozen solid.
This is your last chance, Victor. Throw him with us now and help us stop Mikos. It's the only way to end this mess and for you to save your skin.
You make it sound like the House of Cassadine will lose.
You've already lost. Mikos has gone stark raving mad. He's a machine out to destroy the world.
I want to listen to all this.
You'll listen to it. You'll listen if I have to put this message on the end of a bullet. Tony is dead. And you're going to join him unless you stop this insanity.
4 bodies, Victor. 4.
4 bodies. Max Noel. Alex. And Tony.